All right, Shalom. Kwa Allah, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakwakwa. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutations to the Yakim out there on the highways and byways, north in this world abroad, all around the world. Now, I'm going to get into this topic here concerning the women, not just the women of our nation, but women in general, because right now, as it stands, these women, they're proud, they're arrogant, you know, they feel that they can't be brought down, and that's all pursuant to Esau gives them this power of liberty, gives them this false sense of power that they think that they're better than men, you know. That's why you see them all shitting on men, treating men like they ain't shit, all through this feminist movement, you know, to empower women and to pretty much put men down and put the women up. Because in all actuality is it's all done by design, because there's more women on the planet than there are men. So what Esau's doing is that he's trying to empower women. He's trying to empower women and put the women and putting women up on the pedestal is to make money off of them, you know, because this is all based upon money, and that's what Esau's doing, which is totally against the scriptures, you know. But with that though, there's coming a flip side to that, because as society breaks down and as things go to shit, and as chaos and rant is running rampant throughout the streets, women are not women are not going to have the advantage and not going to have the power that they do now, you know. they're not going to be they're going to be second class. They're going to go back into that state, into that, humble state, into that natural state, how it should be, you know, as society breaks down, because all that you see now is pretty much Esau's pretty much using these women and trying to make money and making money off of these women through all these feminist groups and all these movements that he's funding, That's for him to make money off of, and we as men of the Lord see that. But right now we're entering in a time of, of great tribulation and of destruction, you know. And mainly what keeps these women going is these government assistances that they receive, WIC, Section 8, mainly our women, and all these other government assistances, you know, you know, SNAP, these food stamp benefits. But all of that is going to go down the tubes, and it's going to explain it right here. Let me just jump into the scriptures. And it says, Isaiah 32:9 says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech." Scripture says, "Give ear unto my speech," because men of the Lord are all over the country, preaching the downfall of this place and letting you women know that you're going to be troubled and you're going to start catching hell. And it says, verse 10, "Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come." You see, the vintage shall fail. You meaning your comfy ass jobs that you get, these comfortable jobs that you're working in the offices and all of this, and the gathering shall not come. Well, what is the gathering? These government assistances that you women receive, food stamps, Section 8, WIC, and all of these other government assistances that Esau has. And it says that it shall not come. And it's not going to come, and we're entering that time now. Because many people out there is having trouble, using their food stamp cards, And surely but surely in February, all of that shit is going to be cut. Then what you going to do then, You're going to have to resort to going getting back with that man that you done shitted on. You're gonna resort to turning back to him. Because Daddy Esau, Uncle Esau ain't gonna be able to help you in that day. Your sugar daddy Esau ain't gonna be able to help you in that day. Because his society itself is going to shit. And he's ultimately going down. And the Most High is raising up the Israelite man. Surely but slowly but surely. Verse 11. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird up sackcloth upon your loins. You see? It says, tremble, you women. And we already see examples of it, going back, into the movie The Road, the Book of Eli. We see these movies and it is just depicting what's gonna happen in the near future, especially with you women, because you women were not on top in those days. You women are shit. You women were not the shit in those movies when all hell breaks loose, when society collapses. When there's chaos in the streets, you women are not around. Just look at the situation over there in Iraq, in Afghanistan, all those places. You don't see women prancing around and acting all proud. You know what I mean? Because there's all out chaos and there's all out war over there. Due to the fact that Esau's trying to go over there and trying to change, and trying to switch up their religion, trying to change their way of life, and their tradition, And in the midst of that, you women are getting caught up in that. That's because these other nations, they fighting hard to keep the so-called white man out of their lands because they don't want the ways of America infesting and polluting their country. So, but the point of the matter is that you don't see women prancing around over there in these other countries, especially in the Middle East. They're not prancing around and acting all proud and boastful against their man. Because once they do that, they already know the consequences. Man could go upside their heads, and not having to serve time for it. Unlike America, a woman could get all up in your face, and then the moment that she gets knocked out, now you're wrong. You're in the wrong. But there's coming a time where America's just gonna be utterly broke down, you know, and utterly be the morals and the laws, and there will be no law and order in this society, because law and order is gonna go out the window. If something like an EMP happens, where nothing doesn't work and everything just stops working, you know, there's not gonna be any law enforcement to really, come to protect your women in them days. Just like the situation in Hurricane Katrina, you know, there was no law enforcement, there was no law and order. Society broke down, and what was happening to women? Women were getting raped left and right, you know, sexually assaulted, beat down, you know. So this is what it's talking about in this verse right here, verse 11. And we're coming upon a time where this is just going to be, nationwide, This is going to be on a large scale. With you women being stripped and bare. You're going to be stripped of your jobs. You ain't going to go to them government jobs that you have. Them cushy jobs that you have. Everything, all of that's going to be done away with in that day. And you're going to have to just be down in the low state, You women are just going to start catching pure hell left and right, And this is when you're going to need a man, Because you're going to need a man in them days. But you proud ass women talking about, I don't need no man. I don't need this. I don't need that. Well, sure you do. Yeah, the only reason why you saying that is because you getting these government assistances by the so-called white man. Well, what's gonna happen when them government assistances cut you off? You're gonna resort to going back to your man. So we already know that we already see right through your bullshit already. So that's why we laugh at you women. Because you just don't have no idea what's coming. And these times are just right here, and then we're on the verge. We're entering in these in the great tribulation right now, which in the time of Jacob's trouble, mainly Jacob's trouble, you know, we're entering the time of Jacob's trouble right now, and it's just gonna get real out here. But mainly you women are gonna suffer the most, though. You proud, arrogant women, you're gonna suffer the most. And it's only a matter of time, because we're entering in the time of Jacob's trouble. America's best days are behind her. Them days that them good old days, are not coming back. Them good old days are not coming back. You women, it's just gonna be all hell, from this point on, and it's only gonna get worse. Even if this devil DJ Trump decides to turn back the government, to lift the government shutdown, there's still gonna be events after that, the major events after that. That's just gonna just change, you know, that's just gonna change your way of life forever, and them days are not coming back, From this point on, just expect for all hell to be, broken loose, you know. But with that, I just want to just get this message out, and warn these women for the times that are coming upon them, because great hell and great tribulations are just right ahead, and they ain't gonna get any better. So with that, I just want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakadash, double honors to the head apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutations to the Yakim out there on the highways and byways, noise in this road abroad. And with that, I want to say shalom.